All right. So the class is being broadcasted in YouTube, as you always know, in a private mode. And after the class, I will give you the link so you can revise it. Or if you weren't able to take it, well then you will see it, no? Very good. So Grace, Sanaí, Giovanni. Ay, Grace, bien acá, bien fashion, hasta con su saco y todo el rollo. Sheesh. Y yo que nada más traigo camisa. Oh, literal, nada, es cierto. My pajamas. Nah, nah, nah. So, Giovanni, remember that the the camera is mandatory and on, please. So, Anaí, how are you? Tell
Good. You?
excellent, very excellent, very good. How was your week, Juliet? Tell us your experience as far as teaching.
Oh,
The now you are part of our group, our team. Tell me.
well, when I was a student, well, I'm still a student, but when I was like a middle school, elementary school, high school student, I always like school too much. So I used to be like, oh, teachers are just so bad. Like they don't really pay attention. Um, and I used to, because I study education at college. So I'm like, okay, what I'm learning, it's not the same that they do. But when I see how hard it is to be a teacher, I'm like, I understand why they do it. So
Exactly, exactly. I always tell my trainees, and I said, you know what? If you're here because it's going to be easy, and no, you're here because you're going to be a millionaire, and no, tampoco. So yes, I know it's actually some sort of devotion or like likeness for the profession.
Vocation.
Sorry again. Say it again.
Vocation. That's not
Occasion.
a word, right?
No, pero pues está chido que lo inventaras.
My gift for all of you today.
Exactly. And so and it's like I don't know how to say it, like the filter for the teachers, because it is hard. It is hard that, but you know what is rewards in that? I, you should see at Sirius's face. She's like, "Oh my Lord, what am I into? Oh Lord in heaven, what am I doing here?" Gee, no. The thing is that I still have in Rosario. She's been around for time now. I still have friends in Facebook from, I don't know, 15 years ago that were my students. That's what pays off. That's what is like, oh my God, you're a teacher. Y todavía me dicen, Lord Gerson. So it's pretty cool. All right. Let me share my screen for today's class. I just wanted to talk about a little bit before the profession of teaching, because we're going to talk about grammar this today and the following week. And grammar is pretty much module one of the TKT. Actually, you're gonna need to do lots of homework. And grammar, it's the coco, and it's not the coco for English teachers. It depends how you see it. Let me explain it. And this is for the ones that are going to be coordinators soon, because at one point of your life, I promise Grace, Anai, Giovanni will be coordinators at a school. Okay, with this preparation, you will see that a native speaker doesn't really necessarily knows grammar. You know, in fact, bilinguals, aka us, know more grammar than most of native speakers. Why is that? Can you figure it out? What do you think is that? Grace?
Because in order to learn our second language, we had to study grammar.
Exactly. It happens the same in Mexico, ¿no? En Spanish. Decimos, no, pues yo hablo español. Sí, tú. Ajá. And then, ya sabes, el aiga, el pa la casa, el naiden. So it's the same thing in English. Native speakers, they make terrible, huge mistakes. So we have an advantage that could be a disadvantage, and it could be your coco if you don't follow it. This is called preparation. We need to, let me rephrase it, we have to prepare our classes before. Okay, so that's an advantage because then you have to master whatever you're presenting. And most of the native speakers, they don't really prepare for real. They just read the material and okay, I'm ready. That's not how it goes. Okay, let me share my screen. Hello, who's here? Gabi, Millie, Rocio. Remember to turn your cameras on. Okay, grammar analysis.
I'm here, excuse me, just a minute. I put my camera.
Sure.
Is correct?
Turn my camera on.
Turn my
O prendation mi cámara, como quieres decirlo, no pasa nada. We all understand. Don't worry, Gaby. Total, si no te has bañado, pues no, we're not going to smell you or judge you.
Thanks.
Okay, so grammar analysis. So first of all, let me ask, let's see. Hey, Fabiola, welcome.
Nice Hola.
What a miracle. Se me hace
Hola, teacher.
Cancún. I'm just just speaking on you.
Sí, está lloviendo mucho y ahorita ya está haciendo frío, mucho frío.
Sí, ya sé, pues llegaste a la clase, va a nevar. Yo creo que va a nevar. Nah, just kidding. Hey, let me ask you something, Alondra. When you hear the word grammar, what comes into your mind?
The structures of how to make a sentence or the tenses, like for example, the simple present, simple past, etc.
Okay. Structures. Okay, let's see structures. Alberto Zúñiga, what comes into your mind when you hear the word grammar?
Maybe the rules for a writing sentence or something like that.
Okay, so we're talking about rules, structure. Rosario, how would you define grammar?
Yeah, like rules for the structure of writing, reading, speaking.
Very good. So the structural rules, or maybe procedures, steps. Okay, very good. So all of that is grammar. Can you read this? Who's here? Si prenden la cámara, mejorcito, ¿eh? Anaí.
The grammar of a language is the description of the ways in which words can change their forms and can be combined into sentences in that language.
Very good. So in other words, let's take the principal words, forms and combination for sentences. Very good. what would happen? Oh, let me see. Hold on. Sorry about that. Okay, now next one. Giovanni, please.
Grammar is sometimes defined as the way words are put together to make correct sentences. It's a good starting point and an easy way to explain mistakes. Thus I'm a teacher is grammatical, but I a teacher and I are a teacher aren't. Can we also apply the terms grammatical to smaller units? For instance, when to good.
Very good. So then when we know grammar, we can respond to mistakes, yes or no? We can say why there's a mistake or why it's incorrect and so forth. Now, incredible as it sounds, these expressions, I a teacher, I are teacher, or went to go, there I have heard them from native speakers. So do not go along with that native speakers know the law. They don't. Okay. What could happen if we didn't have a good grammatical language, Rocio?
Hi, good morning. What could happen if we didn't have a good grammar language? Probably we could not communicate correctly. And as a teachers, we don't give a good class.
Okay, very good. So the grammatical structure, we're going to talk or define it as every instance of grammar. And can you think of an example of a structure that exists in English but not in Spanish?
Red card.
Sorry again, who said that?
It's Rocio. The basic questions about basic students. A yellow house, a red car.
Oh, you mean adjectives? Adjectives, adjectives or order of adjectives. Ya sabes, ¿no? Que es el color, shape y todo ese rollo before the noun. Is that what you mean?
Yes. The correct form of structure.
Okay, very good. Grace, you raise your hand.
Like, I like it better.
I like it better.
Like this, that movie, I like it better than the other one.
Okay, so me gusta mejor. Yeah,
But-
we have that in Spanish.
Me gusta mejor. Sounds weird, ¿no?
Bueno, pues digo, ¿cómo lo dirías?
We can understand, but
Okay, no, but yeah, there are some structures that we don't have in Spanish and English. Like, for example, the articles. What is the only article that we have in Rosario? Well, I mean, the definite article.
Article as in Spanish. Wait, I don't even know the Spanish the grammar, so compare them. It's so difficult, you know.
For example, in Spanish,
Which are the articles?
El, a, los.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Article de or
And
the.
what do we have in English?
Yeah, we have the universal one, right? The.
Simple
We
as
don't
that.
have the. Yeah, we don't have the gender.
Exactly.
Distinctive.
We don't have the usted y el tú, no?
Exactly. Thank you.
It's very good, very good. Okay. So bottom line, grammar is important in class, yes or no? Okay. So can you read this, Chema? It's a little bit of a British comic joke.
So, who are you spending your birthday with? Don't end a sentence with a preposition. So, who are you spending your birthday with means grammar correcting snot nose which.
It's actually British, okay? But it does make sense, you know? So who are you spending your birthday with? Do people use it? Is it acceptable, colloquially speaking? Alondra?
Well, I think so. I've heard some questions with the preposition at the end of it.
Exactly. People does it all the time. And guess what? It's extremely incorrect. The grammar rule says you can't end a sentence with a preposition. And people, native speakers use it a lot. For example, what do you think of? That's incorrect. Who are you going with? That's totally incorrect, and so forth. But it's colloquially acceptable. We'll discuss that later in the class. So why is grammar important in class? Can you read this at City?
Without grammar or grammatical rules and structures, how would our classes be?
Okay, answer the question yourself at City. Don't be nervous. Tick tock, tick tock. Everybody's looking at you. No worries. But answer the question. Let me ask you something at City. Do you have experience teaching? No, ¿verdad?
No.
Okay, but you were a student.
Yes.
You have studied English. How would your previous English classes would be without grammar? No, Atiri?
Can you repeat that question, please?
Yes. How would the classes that you took without grammar would be?
It's not a good class, and it's not a good learn.
Very good. You actually wouldn't learn a lot at all. It would be chaos. It would be no structure. All right, very good. So there are two main approaches when presenting grammar. I'm sorry, Siri, this is my class, okay? So quería estar en mi clase, te friegas, mija. So the first point is Nora, number one.
Number one, dividing the whole English language into manageable bite-sized cookies, and then introduce them to students, one cookie at a time, so that they gradually and systematically accumulate a complete picture of the language.
Okay, very good. And number two, can you read this, Erika?
Okay, create an environment where a lot of language, know and I know, it's meant, mainly when doing speaking and listening tasks, and where the students are helped with new language only when they already have some awareness of it and have curiosity of question about it.
Very good. Flor, are you here? Yes, okay, so Flor knows what I'm going to be talking about. Number two is when you create an atmosphere and people, teachers don't say the grammar, but you discover it. I'm talking about Hammer Hall, Flor, years ago. Remember that?
Yes.
Can you tell us your experience in that?
Well, they don't teach a structure as itself, but they start with a question related to a grammar structure, and then it's an interesting question, so it is very appealing to the students, and they can talk about the question, and then they have questions about the grammar structure, and then they start the class.
And if a student discovers the structure, then the teacher guides them. This method, number two method, it's really good if properly applied. Okay, if properly applied. And secondly, if, listen to me, and you're going to know the difference. If all of the students are to learn, because they will pay attention. And
sorry, Gerson, can you say it again?
Again, yes, because somebody turned the microphone off and we can't hear you.
Okay, so can you listen to me now?
Yes.
Not kidding. Okay, so the number 2 approach, like Flor said, it's really good. Only if it's properly applied. In other words, you have lots of resources, lots of flashcards, lots of time to prepare. And secondly, all of your students are willing to learn because they need to pay attention on the class and discover the grammar. Now, for the ones that have worked or are working in a secundaria or primaria, do all of our students are willing to learn? Honestly, no. That's, sad to say, but the real thing is no. Even in language academy, like my language academy, we have the students that lo mandó el tío, lo mandó la mamá o el papá, ya sabes, and they don't want to learn. They just, like, gosh. Okay, so then number 2 is really good if everybody is wanting to learn. You remember those days, Flor? In Harmon Hall, we have 6, 7 in the class, and all of us wanted to learn. Remember that?
I like the methods of Harmon Hall, but not much. Because at the beginning, when I was a child, very long time ago,
yesterday, Flor, yesterday.
Yeah, I learned a lot of grammar, so it was easier for me to learn in Harmon Hall, because in Harmon Hall I knew the structures before, so that's why it was easier for me to speak, because I just needed to speak.
Right. Excellent. But you had previous knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay. So therefore, in Mexico, for secundarias, primarias, language academy, the easiest approach is number 1, where you divide the grammar instances. For example, present continuous affirmative. You teach one class about that, and then take a present continuous negative, and then you teach another class about that, and then present continuous yes or no questions. I don't know. So that's bite size or very digestible size information that your students can take on every class. Am I making myself clear? Yes? Okay,
yes.
Cool. All right. So, wait. Do we need to teach grammar? Do we need to use grammar terminology? It depends on number 1, Grace.
The institution. Some institutions promote the intuitive approach. Some other promote the teaching of grammatical structures.
Good. The intuitive approaches that the students discover the grammar. And others, like, for example, the Kipling. I'm sure there's Kipling near your house. There's a lot of schools Kipling. They have Tuesday reading, Wednesday grammar, Thursday. So they have a specific days for that. And secondly, Chema.
Your group. How can a group influence in the way of teaching grammar? There may be one group that, because of background or time of the day, grammar is the easiest thing.
Yes, sad to say, and interesting, it's very interesting that it's very different to teach a group at 7 in the morning than the last hour. Why? 7 in the morning is the easiest. Nobody's paying attention to you anyways. And in the last hour, nobody's paying attention to you anyways because they just want to leave the class. So yes, factors like the time of the class, or if, for example, if they have an event after your class, like an exam or something like that, they will not pay attention to you. So grammar sometimes is the easiest way to teach. And then the number 3 is the, let me see, Gabby.
Of course.
The number 3.
The number 3. Okay. Number 3.
Yes.
Tips?
No, it says the program that you'll follow.
Yes, of course. Why is grammar important in class? Of course.
Yes, yes. And number 3.
Number 3.
Don't be nervous. Everybody's waiting to you.
The program you are to follow. Does your program allow to you teach grammar?
Very good. In other words, if you're teaching a TOEFL preparation course, Millie, what's TOEFL?
I can't remember.
Okay, do you have grammar in TOEFL?
Yes.
It's only grammar, actually. So if you're teaching a TOEFL course, well, then it's only grammar, okay? So bottom line, regardless of the institution, we need to learn the tendency of how to present grammar. Another British joke, Grace?
You rock. You rule.
I know, it's British, okay? Excellent. So how do we present grammar? Can you read this? The first point is the Alberto Zúñiga, please.
In order to present grammar, we need to understand it first ourselves and then prepare any presentation.
Thank you, Alberto. And maybe Alondra says, duh, teacher, obviously. But you know what? It's very, very interesting that teachers become overconfident very easily. O sea, típico, abren el syllabus, present simple, present simple. Yo inventé present simple. Yo me almuerzo present simple. And then they go off the class. Don't do that. Even though it's a very simple grammar instance for you, even though you're the super teacher Yerson, you need to master, you need to prepare, and you need to listen to the word, understand the grammar instance. If you don't understand it, because you may know the structure, like the typical Kool-Aid teacher, ¿verdad? De secundaria, que se sabe los structures, el verb to be, se sabe hasta el reporter speech. And then when he faces a native speaker, because he does not understand the language. Okay, so you need to understand it first. That's a must. So the way of understanding is by analyzing it. What are the tips? Can you read the first tip, Erika?
Espérame.
Yes. Never present a grammar structure without analyzing it first. Avoid being too confident.
Too confident. Confident is okay. What is too confident, Rosario? And I'm picking on you because you have experience. And that for us, too confident is easy.
Yeah, like I know everything and I don't plan anything ahead, and I'm improvising, and yeah, it takes you to chaos,
Yeah, and it's very easy, teachers, eh? Very easy to become confident. Confidence, fine. How do you, Chema, how do you become confident in something? Let's say you're presenting something before your class. How do you overcome nervousness? In other words, how you become confident?
Lots of practice.
Excellent, thank you. Practicing, preparation, same thing in the classroom, guys. In order to be confident, you need to prepare. So in grammar, you need to understand it first. Number two tip is who's here? Cindy? 2 and 3, please.
Save your analysis for future class. Always enhance and update your analysis.
Very good. Understand the word enhance?
No.
Yes, can you, who said yes? Okay, can you tell me a synonym for the word enhance? Nora?
Like, I don't know, embrace?
Not really.
No?
No, not really.
Or grow up?
Okay,
Maybe.
increase,
Increase.
grow up, enrich, all of that is enhance your analysis.
Making it better.
Making it better, thank you. This is important, teachers? Let me explain why. Maybe Grace, today, this week, tell me the topic that you're teaching this week, Grace.
This last week, it was family and possessive pronouns like mine, yours, his, her.
Possessive adjectives, good.
Yeah, that.
Okay, so you prepare, and then after 3 or 4 months, you're going to repeat the class. So that's a tip. You just pull up the digital file or your physical file or your diary, así de querido diario, hoy voy a enseñar, and then you do the same class, but then you will have more experience and so forth. Is this you? Is this you, Rocio? That was you this week, ¿verdad, Rocio?
Yeah, sure. It was hard.
It's going to be you in some point of your life, I promise that. But that's good.
Sure.
Because it forces you to study. Okay, it's how to conduct a grammar analysis. Number one, Mariana, are you here? Yes.
Yes, number one. Name, how is this grammar structure called? Be careful or researching all names. Number two, or only one?
Thank you, Mariana.
Thanks,
Why
you're
is
welcome.
it important to research all the names? I remember one time I was I applied for a job in de los tecnológicos, teaching English, many years ago, and I had to give an open class, a show class. Y me dice la coordinadora, tomorrow present, because she was British, present a class about present progressive. Y yo, claro, me almuerzo present progressive. Salí de la oficina y así en mi mente de what in the world is present progressive? What is present progressive?
Present continuous.
Present continuous.
The ing form and all that stuff.
Present continuous.
I didn't know that. And we didn't have Google, ¿eh? O sea, ustedes la tienen bien suave. I had to go to the library, checar present continuous. So yes, you need to check all the names. Different country, different name. Different book, different name. All right. Number two is Giovanni.
Concept, language content. It's the most important part of the analysis. Assign a concept or a language content. to the structure. Where are my students using the grammar structure? What are the situations in which my students produce the grammar structure?
Thank you. This has to do with the communicative function that we discussed last week. If it's simple present, what could be a function for that? And what topic? I'll give you a hint. What about routines, daily routines? Okay. Can you think of another function for simple present?
Well, I don't know if this is correct, but I think of the like the ing.
So that's simple. That's continuous. That's progressive. No, simple present is I brush my teeth every day at 7 in the morning.
The word, when we use the word every week, every month, every year, the days of the week, the month.
Frequency verbs.
Okay. Frequency. Frequency. Okay. How about it? Sorry, Soliberto?
Habits.
Habits. Thank you. Habits and hobbies. Very good. How about a schedule? Work schedule, is school schedule, house schedule. I wash the dishes in the morning. My sister I don't know, does the laundry and the, I don't know, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that is a function. Remember, the function answers the questions where is going to be used the grammar and how is going to be used the grammar. Parentheses, normally teachers, this comes in the student's book. Okay, for example, Grace just said that she's teaching possessive adjectives, right? And she teaches family for it. My grandmother, his grandmother. So the topic is family. The function is family. Okay, so far so good?
Yes.
Okay, good. Number 3. At City.
Divide the analysis into these elements to analyze. 3, grammatical structure. 4, rules, spelling rules, pronunciation rules.
Okay, pause there. Okay, so number 3 is a grammar, the structure. In that word, you do the grammar. And then the rules, spelling rules, pronunciation rules, all the rules that you can think of. And then number 5 is the number 5, Pati.
Exceptions. Do we have exceptions in English grammar?
Do we have exceptions, Pati?
I think sometimes, yes, we have some exceptions.
All the time, Pati. All the time. English comes from 5 different languages. A very old German, 17% is Latin, 2 Nordic dialects, and 1 Romantic dialect. 5 different languages. So, therefore, lots and lots of exceptions. For example, the verbs in simple past. We have regular and irregulars, right?
Yes.
The regular, you have the grammar rules, the spelling rules, the pronunciation rules. Irregulars, do we have rules for the irregulars?
No.
No, they're all exceptions. Each one of them are, it's an exception for the rule. It is what it is. Okay. Sorry, Chiri? No? Okay. Number 6 is the, let me see. Aquí tenía, Antonia, are you here?
I'm here.
Can you read number 6, please?
I see possible activities related to concept.
Very good, thank you. So you know your students, then you will think in what activities your students will actually enjoy. Number 7, Andrea.
Possible problems when presenting grammar. Is it adapted to local students? Is it relevant to my students?
Very good. What other problem? Well, we'll discuss that in a moment. Marta, number 8, are you here? Marta Ruiz?
Yes, I am here.
Can you read number 8, please?
Yes, possible questions for all students. Why teacher? Because that's the way it is done. Say that.
Thank you, Marta. Don't be the Kool-Aid teacher. Teacher, ¿y por qué así? Porque así es. Así es el inglés. Have you heard comments like that? Yes, don't say that. Even if it is like that, even if, because that's the way English is, give a reason. Given a reason, given something to answer, because otherwise, if a teacher says, porque así es, how do the students feel?
But they don't
But-
understand. They
Very
don't understand
good.
why.
They don't understand how to make a correct sentence.
Very good. How would they feel? How will the students feel towards the teacher?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yes, how will the students feel towards the teacher or about the teacher?
Like a dictator,
He-
like
he's-
Hitler of English.
Así the teacher, mother, son of a, no?
He doesn't know how to teach English.
Ajá, y no sabe, teacher, y mis, no sabe. All of that, it's valid. Teacher, excuse me, the students notice it. So if a student says, y mis, no sabe, something is wrong over there with you. Okay? And the number 9, the last one, can you read it, Anaí, please?
A joker. Why? Groups may be different, although having the same English level. Game.
Very good. Okay. Anaí, parenthesis, I want to say that your English is much better since the day you started. Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very good. Okay, so something like this. Okay, a chart, something like this. In where, where it says name, concept, structure, rules, exceptions, possible activities, possible problems, possible questions, and the joker. Okay, this is something that I did many years ago, so it's perfectible and it's for you to criticize. I don't have a problem with it. For example, name, I said present continuous, affirmative, and present form. Y ahora sí ya le puse en paréntesis, present progressive, stupid. This is present progressive. Okay, and then concept, actions in progress, and actions in process. That would be the description. And my concepts are vacations. What am I doing in vacations? Or work, activities that I'm doing at work, or home, or school. Why actions in progress and actions in process? There's a difference there. You need to make sure that students understand that. Any idea? No? Let me ask you something. Millie, you like reading? Books?
Yeah.
Okay, are you reading a book currently? Many books?
I don't know, maybe reading.
No, but are you reading a book right now? For example, I am reading this one, the second part of ¿cómo se llama? Psicoanalista. The second part. Are you reading a book?
No, I'm not.
No? All right. No. Which one are you? Okay. Who's reading a book at this moment? Alberto, which one are you reading?
La Divina Comedia.
Say it again. Do you understand?
La Divina Comedia.
Okay, cool. From Dante. Okay, so listen to this question, Alberto. You are reading La Divina Comedia, right?
Yes.
Okay, now Alberto, are you reading right now, at this very moment, La Divina Comedia?
No.
Okay, so see the difference? One is in process and the other one is in progress. Okay, see the difference? And this is very important for you to know, to teach your students, because they might be confusing if they don't have, have it clearly. Okay, structure, I am playing soccer right now. She's sitting at her parents. The subject or the monito. The be, the present, the present participle or gerund, and the complement. The rules are add a G to the verb. Verb finishes in E, delete the E. CVC, double the last C. What is CVC? Any ideas? Rosario?
Consonant, vowel, consonant.
Thank you, Rosario. Consonant, vowel, consonant. So run, running, double N. Jog, jogging, double G, and so forth.
Please repeat, teacher, the CBC, the meaning,
yeah.
Please.
Consonant, vowel, consonant. Consonant, vowel, consonant. For example, run, R-U-N, consonant, vowel, consonant. It goes to running, double N, running. Jog, J-O-G, jogging, and so forth. We have an exception. Dying. You know the verb die, to die? The woman must know.
No. Yeah, to color or decolor something.
To paint your hair.
Yeah, to color your hair.
You don't paint it, right?
Dye your hair.
My wife me dice, me voy a pintar, le digo, si yo te llevo a Comex. Y se enojó, ¿tú crees? No entiendo por qué. So, dying. Okay, so.
Es teñir. Es teñir.
Teñir,
teñir con tinta.
Exactly. So, but you see the rule? There's an exception. D-Y-E, we don't delete the E. We leave the E and we add ing. So, it's no, dive. Dive. No, sí se lleva. Sí se borra la E. Dive and diving, se borra the E. And my wife still doesn't forget me about the Comex joke. The Comex joke. Que te dije, te llevo me quiero pintar, le digo, te llevo a Comex. Anyways, possible activities. Family, vacations. What are they doing? Oh, I had, and I said had because I lost it. I don't know where it is. A big poster and a seashore. Bunch of people doing activities with the names. Paul, John, ya sabes, ¿no? Ringo, and no, ¿verdad? Esa es otra cosa. And then all the names, and then they have people, doing activities. So, John is playing basketball. I don't know. I don't remember the name. She is swimming in the ocean, and so forth. Possible problems, lack of vocabulary, it may be not relevant for the students. Parentheses, Alondra and everybody. Always, and this is for you to prepare, always, number one problem is lack of vocabulary. Always. It doesn't matter what grammar rule, it's always lack of vocabulary. Why? Rosario?
Because we believe that our students know it already.
Okay, very good.
Yes, because if you don't have vocabulary, you don't have the tools to make a sentence.
Very good. In other words, teachers, pay attention to me. Students are students. Let me paraphrase it again. Students are students. And maybe Giovanni is like, duh, obviously. But you know what happens, Giovanni? Sad to say, teachers tend to assume students know more. Don't do that. Students don't know more. They might know because they watch a movie or something like that, but you don't expect that. Okay? So always is going to be lack of vocabulary. So find the right words. And then possible questions. Why shiny? Okay, in the poster that I had, the title was the perfect day under a sunny sun or a shiny sun. The perfect day under a shining sun. So one of the questions was, porque, Miss, teacher, ¿por qué es shiny sun y no the sun is shining? Well, you have to anticipate. The word is anticipate the possible questions your students have or might have. And then joker and mimic the action. Okay? Now, I want you to observe this for a couple of seconds, 20 seconds, and then give me your opinion, questions, suggestions, complaints, piropos, whatever you find is suitable for the occasion about this. Alberto, you raise your hand.
Yes, also, well, my first class was that topic, the present continuous. And I do something like that. But that was my first class. So I don't have any idea of all that, all the conduct of the grammar. So it was very, I don't know, maybe difficult, kind of difficult, but I think I did it very well because the students can understand and also they learn because I asked them and they also answer. So it was very, I don't know, it will be, yes, satisfactory because I think I did it very well. I think I did it very well.
I'm sure you did it. I'm sure you did. Now you're going to do it better because now you have it in a structured and then it's less confusing for the students. Thank you for sharing, Alberto. By the way, your English is very good. It's becoming very better. Excellent.
Okay, thank you.
Rosario, you're raising hand? Yes, Rosario.
Yeah, I will add like a video or a link for a video or like a reading, I don't know, maybe a paragraph or a story, a short story or something to complement the lesson, right? And also I don't see an evaluation. I know this is only the grammar analysis, but I will add those two things.
Okay, very good. Yes, this is only the analysis. This is not the class, eh? This is not the class. Remember that first you need to understand first the grammar. So for example, if Grace has to teach this coming week reporter speech, so she would do this chart in order to understand it first, and then she will transform it into the lesson plan. But yes, you're right. In the lesson plan, we will have an evaluation, and and some sort of visual aids.
And yeah, I am very visual. So for me to understand better or to help me understand better the things that I'm teaching, I need the visual aids. You know, I need to watch a lot of videos and read a lot of texts so I can
Oh, I see
understand
what you
better,
mean.
you know? Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, yes, definitely. Now we have seen Google. So, okay, let me paraphrase it. Yeah, I see what you mean, Rosario. Thank you. This analysis or this chart is after you have research. After you have research, in this case, present continuous. Like Rosario said, videos, tutorials from YouTube, books. If you Google present continuous affirmative explanation, te va a dar 2.5 billion different pages. Select 10, read them, and then after you have done the research, then you do the short. Okay, thank you for the observation, Rosario. See the point? First, you do the research, and then you transform it into the chart for your analysis. Okay. No more comments? Okay, good. Now, I'm okay. It's 11:05. You want to take a pee break?
Yes.
Okay, so let's take a pee break. 11:05. So we meet here 11:20.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So I'll see you here 11:20.
Thank you, Lord Gerson.
Thank you. We're in a break. Ready, guys?
Yes.
Thank you, Erika. Let's wait for the rest to show up. Nora, Gaby, Andrea, Patty, Rosario, Anaí. Thank you for being on time. Flor, Alberto, and the rest. A ver a qué horas. Dios. Sheesh. Ya que terminen de hacer lo que tengan que hacer, or they're watching porn or something. Okay, so did I send it to you? Okay, I'm gonna be sending to you to the WhatsApp. Let me see if I have it. Okay, I'll send it to you. The screenshot of the chart. Okay, and I'm going to divide the class into pairs, and then you're going to do the chart, but with these instructions. Let me see. Let me tell you. Okay, can you see my screen? Not if you see it.
Yes.
Thank you. So, class description. Class description. Teenagers. No, adults. Basic. Intermediate. Okay. Grammar. You're going to select. Let me do it for you. Let me do it for you. Erika and Atsiri. Atsiri. Sí, estuvieran puesto Lupe o algo así, pero no. Erika and Atsiri. Second conditional. Nora and Chema. Reported speech. Rosario and Grace.
Okay.
Third conditional. Luego, Anaí and Giovanni. Are you here, Giovanni? Manifest.
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you, thank you. Giovanni, Anaí and Giovanni, let's say first conditional. Flor and Alberto. Past continuous. Cindy. Cindy and Millie. Present. No. Yes, present. Perfect. Alondra and Rocio. future real. Mariana and Carmen, are you here? Carmen.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. Carmen and Mariana have questions. Andrea and Marta Ruiz, are you here? Marta, manifest.
Yes, I am here.
Cool. Okay. Past progressive. And then Patty and Gabby. And yes, Patty and Gabby. Let's say ¿qué será bueno? Bueno, repetimos, second conditional. And then Antonia, and Fabiola. Reported speech. Ahí está. Okay, I'm going to be sending this to you, to the WhatsApp, so I can have it. Very nice. Very good. Ready? So I'm going to be opening the session.
Person, I have a question, sorry.
Yes.
We just have to do the chart or a lesson? Like
No, just the chart.
Just the chart? Okay.
Sí. Rosario tells me that she had to go. Let me see. Let me reassign. Hold on. Ándale. Connection. Infinitum. Okay, good. Let's see, imágenes. All right, so on your WhatsApp, it has so Rosario and Grace. Okay, Grace, you will join in Nora and Chema, okay? Because Rosario had to go. All right. So before dividing the class, if you could turn your cameras on, that would be cool for the pic of today, for the selfie of today. Una así guapo, sexy, ¿sabes qué? The dog faces acá. All right. Count to three. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Excellent. So, okay, now let me divide it. So, Erika and Atsiri, ¿verdad? Es 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Erika. And City, okay. Then is Nora, Chema, and Grace. Nora, Chema, Grace. And then is Anaí and Giovanni. Anaí, Giovanni. Then is Flor and Alberto. Flor, Alberto. Then is Cindy and Millie. Millie, Cindy. Then is Alondra and Rocio. Alondra and Rocio. Then is Mariana and Carmen. Carmen. Tararararara. Andrea and Marta Ruiz. And then Patty. And then finally, Fabiola, you gonna be here? Probably not. Fabiola, you here?
I have a question.
Yes.
Past continuous is same as past progressive?
Yes. It's the same. Okay, so normally when we started training teachers, this exercise used to be homework because you had to go to the library, had to go to, but we have St. Google now, so it's pretty cool. So no go to the library, okay? So I'm opening the room, you just need to accept. Mariana and Carmen, you need to accept.